Hello, my name is Jared Morris and this is Settled Christianity coming at you today with day 7 of the Holiness Challenge. It's been 1 weekend. If you're following the challenge, if you're trying every single day to overcome a specific sin in your life, then you're 1 week in. And this is kind of the verse that I want to focus on today. It's over in 1 Kings in chapter 19. I'm going to read a few verses. You might think, what does this have to do with me trying to be holy, me trying to pursue after God's holiness, me trying to overcome sin? But it says here, and Ahab told Jezebel all that Elijah had done, and with all how he had slain all the prophets with the sword. Then Jezebel sent a messenger unto Elijah, saying, So let the gods do to me, and more also, if I make not thy life as the life of one of them by tomorrow about this time. And when he saw that, he arose and went for his life, and came to Beersheba, which belongeth to Judah, and left his servants there. But he himself went a day's journey into the wilderness, and came and sat down under a juniper tree, and he requested for himself that he might die, and said, It is enough now, O Lord, take away my life, for I am not better than my fathers. And really, the truth that I want you to get from this is this idea that this is right after Elijah's biggest moment, perhaps in his whole life. And definitely, biblically, this was a massive moment, recognizable by most people, when he goes onto the mountain and he faces off against the prophets of, the false gods, and he builds an altar and he pours water on it, and God sends fire down from heaven and burns it up, and he shows how his God, the God of Israel, our God, is real versus their God, who they aren't real, they were nothing. And right after this, Jezebel tells him, I'm going to kill you. And he gets frightful and he runs away. And the truth that I want to give you today is this, is that we're 1 week in, and the time that Satan attacks the most is usually right after a great victory. That in this passage, we find that right after Elijah has come off this massive high of defeating these prophets of Baal through the power of God, and now there's just one woman who's defending him, and obviously she is a queen. He just witnessed what God can do, and he gets frightful and he runs away. And the thing is that we should not get, in our moments of success, prideful, or we should not be laxed on what we should be doing in our lives. And I encourage you today that if you are following this challenge, if you're on day 7, 1 week in of overcoming this sin, and you might be thinking, this is going great. Some of you might be struggling. Some of you, I encourage, if you do fail, to go back to day 1. But if you're doing well, you think wow, this is going really well. I encourage you to stay alert. Stay aware of the temptations, because this is when Satan is going to try to make you fall. He's going to try to make you prideful, feel like you have this sin overcome, try to make you lower some of your standards, lower some of your guard around certain sin areas, certain temptations. He's trying to get you to fall after success. And so I encourage you today to be aware of this with holiness, is that you have to be on guard, you have to be aware, you have to keep your standards up, you have to keep going for holiness, even after success, even after going for a little while, that it remains crucial that you stay on the path for holiness and towards God. But anyways, I'll give you that thought for week 1 of the Holiness Challenge. And I encourage you to keep at it. I encourage you to keep overcoming that sin. And I pray that you'll come back tomorrow. Please share the video with those who you feel like get help from it. Please like, subscribe, and come back tomorrow for day 8. This has been Jared Morris with Settled Christianity, helping you continue in the faith.